Colorado, and as you can see, great memorial monument for the fallen of Highlands ranchers, soldiers during World War One, World War Two. And if you look over here, by Samuel F. Smith, every mountainside let freedom ring, as you can see. And this is the center, a very, very nice place in Colorado. It's one of the top places, the United States Air Force. And here we have the Army. And here we have the Department of the Navy, the Highlands Ranch, and the Marine Corps here, which is my favorite. You know, my stepson's a Marine. He was a Marine. He ain't anymore. But anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Well, of course, we're going to talk about only one thing. Is I'm back, you know. I've been away for quite a time. And now I'm back to talk about Sarasota Tim. I've been watching videos today for like an hour. I just wanted to see, you know, what he's been up to and everything. And he's very entertaining, I think. All these detractive YouTubers out there talking bad about him breaking the law and everything. It's just not true. And yeah, he wants you to buy him a coffee. So what, you know? Hey, will you buy me a coffee, please? I really need it. I've had about 4 today already. McDonald's and Starbucks. But there's no Buc-ee's here, okay? So we got the same people. I'm watching all the people like talking against him. Life and Vibe. Hello, how are you? I'm a nice British lady and I'm trying to be American and, you know, I'm trying to do it and it's great. And Sarasota Tim's awful. He's terrible. He's this, that, that. Then you got Zachary Michael. Hi there, YouTubies. How are you? Hope you're doing very well. Because I am. And then you got the other guy. What's his name? Grifters Anonymous. Hey, Sarasota Tim. Did you see what happened today? He went on the toilet and I could check that. I'm telling you, his toilet rolls there from the dollar store. The Dollar Tree. I know where they were. They weren't Walmart. They wasn't Costco. They wasn't Target. They were from the dollar store. Yeah, because I know the pack. Yeah, he was. And I don't care what he says. You know, I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm Grifters Anonymous. He's kind of funny, actually. I like him. Carl's very funny, you know, in his car. And, you know, hey, I'm Carl. How you doing? And, you know, he's a really nice guy, Carl. And then you got the other one, Darling, who I can't stand. Yeah, hello, darling. Yes, well, you know. I just can't stand Darling or Olive Oil or Miss Vicky with that southern accent. Sarasota Tim. Yeah, he's terrible, isn't he? He really is. But he isn't that bad. He's a good guy and he makes everybody happy. Okay, he goes to Walmart. He does his thing in Walmart. And he shows you how to buy things. He shows you how to go shopping, what you should buy and what you shouldn't buy. And he also tells you about cars. You know, he's in the car field, I guess. You know, he's always talking about cars. And he's kind of interesting, you know. And I've been away from this for like 7 weeks now. And I'm really, really happy that I'm back. I'm not happy with the videos I made before. But there's one thing I am going to tell you that he is right about retiring at 62 if you can. Okay, getting a part-time gig and getting your money from the Social Security and stopping to work. I mean, at 62, it would be a great thing. It really is. Most people don't do that, but it would be a great thing if you could do it. Sarasota Tim did it. I did it. I had something else in the pipeline. You know, I did a few other things, and I knew I was going to be okay. You know, so I did it, and I got rid of. It wasn't a prison job that I had. Okay, and you know, you talk about prison jobs. I don't think anybody has a prison job. You know. Because you're making money, and in the United States you have to make money. Everything's crazy expensive. I've been back 6 weeks, nearly 7 weeks in the United States. The cost is absolutely astronomical. Okay, it really is astronomical. And after living in Mexico for a couple of years, it's really hitting home now. You know, everything costs a lot of money. Everything is very, very expensive. I bought a new car. The car insurance was outrageous. you know, for a new vehicle. You know, and I've never had an accident in my life, but I'm just telling you that still, it wasn't good. It was pretty bad, and I got the best deal possible. But people are leasing cars now cheap. You know, the dealerships, they're really trying to unload cars cheap, you know, on loan deals. Okay, I'm sorry, on leasing deals. Okay, they really are, and they're doing a good job also, you know, doing that. So that's what I'd recommend, is a lease deal if you ever, you know, want to get a car, a new one. But it is great, you know. I could tell you about Mexico. You know, it is a much easier life. You know, you can actually do it on that kind of money. You know, $1,700, $1,800 a month per person. For two, $3,600, $3,000. You do it very, very nicely. That's 60,000 pesos. You know, your rent would only be maximum 10 if you're living like a, you know, in kind of decent-ish place. It'd be like 10,000 pesos plus your utilities. You might end up, let's say you end up with 12, 13,000 pesos, and between you, you have 60,000 pesos. So it isn't a lot. If you think about it, that's $3,000 a month. Your rent's only like 600, you know, so you have lots of time, lots of money to go to the beach, have a couple of coffees, have a couple of ice creams, have a steak dinner at night, I guess. As long as you cook it at home, don't go to those expensive restaurants, you're going to be fine. You're going to enjoy it. You can take a packed lunch every day and it'll be enough for the whole day. You know, what would that cost you? 10, 15 bucks maybe per day? Transport's very cheap in Mexico. But and you have a 6 months hiatus. You know, you have a 6 month margin to work with. And most apartments in Mexico between 6 months and a year, or maybe a 2-year lease. Okay, now get the 6 months lease, you know, or get a year's lease and just go out the country. As I've been telling everybody, you can do it as long as you haven't broken a law. There's no law against you walking out in Tijuana to San Diego and walking right back again in the same tunnel. They will not. They will check your passport. If you don't have a warrant or you haven't caused any trouble, they will let you back in. You know, so you have at least a year, okay? Now you might think, well, I don't want to chance it for another year. Well, you can. There's people who have lived there 20 years in Mexico and have never, ever, ever got a visa, the kind of visa I have. You know, actually I have a temporary, but I'm getting my permanent in April. But there's a lot of people who don't have that. They don't want to. You know, they come back to the United States for 3 months and then they go back to Mexico, to the apartment that they are renting. You know, so it's not difficult. You know, it's not brain science, you know, it really isn't. It's just a simple fact, if you want to go that way. Now, Sarasota Tim, at 62, is taking the $1,700 a month, and can you live on that? No. Look at the toys he has. He doesn't live on $1,700 a month. He's probably getting a couple of grand a month on YouTube. I would imagine $2,000 or $3,000. So then you're into $47,000 plus, sorry, $4,700. Then he's probably got a little side gig as well that we don't know about. You don't know. And also he's endorsing certain dealerships. He's getting sponsorships, I believe. So he's done well on YouTube. It's just that everybody else is kind of jealous of what this guy has done. Okay, and I'm not jealous. I'm happy for him. I want everyone to do well. You know, I really do. And so all these guys at Life and Vibe, Grifters Anonymous, New York Dan, what's the other one's name? Michael. What's his name? Michael? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Miss Vicky is another one. Darling, Olive Oil, Miss Oil. Sorry. They're kind of jealous of this guy because he's doing well and he's making money. Because he has 65,000 subscribers. He says he has 120,000. I doubt it. He probably has 65,000. I'm pretty sure he does. And that's good. I mean, that's, you know, that's success, you know. So anyway, all I'm saying to you is I'm back in Colorado because I have a big storage unit to empty, and I've been doing the, you know, I'm doing the markets. I'm trying to get on that way. It's not easy to get on in the right position, so I'm trying to sell things privately, which I've been doing in the last 6-7 weeks. I've been helping a friend move, and it's been a really tough transition. And to move, to money he saved, I'll tell you what, Yeah, well, actually,